Hey everyone, so today we are going to talk about all 36 Unity channels that I know of, and if you know some other channel that I don't include in this video, please let me know in the comments down below. We're going to talk about each one of them, and we're going to rank them from S tier to D tier in accordance to 3 major criteria. Number 1, the most important, how good are they for teaching you how to learn Unity? Because there are a lot of channels in there that are like devlogs, they are meme channels, they show offs, and they don't really help you in making you make better games faster. So I'm not judging them on that, they have their own reasons to be like this, but you, dear viewer, are here to learn which one of them and how many of them are going to help you the most. So here I am for this. This is going to be criteria number 1. Criteria number 2 is going to be their consistency. Consistency is the strongest mark of the professional, is where they shine the most. Because you can make a lot of nice content and leave the channel. Hey, I did that myself for 1 year and I don't intend to do it ever again. So if they're consistent, it's going to be number 2. And we are going to analyze case by case because some of them are not that consistent, but they have good reasons for being like so, and you understand why when we go through them. And finally, third reason is going to be overall quality. And quality goes from code quality up until something like aesthetic quality, you know, like they are nice to see, they are nice to watch. So with all that in mind, let's begin up, and we are going to go in alphabetical order, okay? It's just so we don't have any preference over anyone else. And don't worry, I'm going to put timestamps down below for each and every one of them, so you can skip to your favorite parts or favorite channels, alright? With that being said, let's go. Okay, first one, we're going to start with Alexander Zotov. I like games, do you? Do you like games? I do. He makes very quick Unity tutorials, and he has been away for like 6 months, and you can see that when he did make videos, he made a lot in 1 month. You can see that he made like 10 videos a month, so he was very productive, very prolific during that time. But he has been absent since then, but he has begun his channel like many years ago. We keep scrolling and it doesn't end by far. He's one of the oldest guys in this scenario. We can scroll a lot before getting to the end here, and I mean, we don't need to scroll. We can simply sort by oldest and see the oldest here. It was 8 years ago, and Unity content was 5 years ago. So they used to be very consistent, but they have been absent for 6 months. And they make good quality videos because they are very direct and to the point. And the quality of their videos are not too shabby, but not also the best. So I'm going to rank them B rank over here. That's okay? That's fair for you? Alright, let's close this tab just so we can make some space here. And let's go to Blackthornprod. Blackthornprod is going to be our second channel to analyze here. Blackthornprod, you probably know them already. They are one of the biggest in the game. But I mean, they have been here for years. I remember their first videos. I was there like 5 years ago, and they started being more useful than they are now, because you can see they used to make the bulk of their videos were tutorials, and now it's not tutorials. It's mostly, let me sort by newest. It's most like devlogs of what he's doing, some free assets, and that's very nice. But videos like this one, how to make mini 2D worlds, fall into the category of promising something very beautiful, but in the end the prettiness is going to depend on you, so they are not that good. But again, they have this multiplayer chat video that is like very helpful and very, you can see that a lot of effort was put into this. So for all things considered, and considering their size and their generosity, I'm going to rank them on A ranking. They are not that bad, and since their quality is unique and they are very consistent, their last video was 2 weeks ago, you know, and they have been delivering for 5 years in a row, they deserve an A ranking. Not an S ranking, but an A ranking. Next one is Bimo. Bimo is a little bit memey. You can see from his videos that his videos are a little bit funny in a crazy sense. but he's also very consistent. He has dropped that consistency in the last few months. I don't know why. He used to be very consistent and make videos about everything, you know, from fishing tutorial to game personalities like the Bartle test. And he's very useful. The only thing that he's not that great for is that his quality is a little bit chaotic. No offense, my quality isn't the best one yet. But for all these considered, I'm going to also rank him on A ranking because he delivers a lot and he delivers a lot of helpful tutorials. But since his quality is a little bit erratic, I'm just going to give an A ranking for him. Here we have Bobbville's Unity tutorials. He's a quite new channel. You can see that he started like 5 months ago and he's been delivering very consistently since then. His quality is still a bit amateurish. You can see it from his videos whenever you watch any videos of him, but hey, he's trying. It's very important for you watching this video to get this, that when I talk down on the quality of someone here, I don't intend to be mean. I intend to only provide you true feedback, and I know that everyone's trying to get better, me included. So well, but for all this being said, since he's only beginning, even though he's very consistent so far, I'm going to for now rank him in C ranking. But hey, if he keeps his consistency up in the next edition of this video, we are probably going to rank him on B or hopefully on A ranking. Okay. Next in our list is Brackeys. Brackeys is the king of Unity tutorials, you know, Gamedev tutorials, Brackeys and free assets. But as we all know so far, and if you don't, now you know, he has left us. It seems like it was 1 year ago, but I remember it being like more. It's just because YouTube puts the number here. He actually puts the minimal here, so it's 1 year. It might even be 1 year, 11 months and 29 days. He will put 1 year here. So yeah, that sucks. That's sad. But Brackeys was one of the best in his time, and he's still the greatest in many topics. So through all of that, even though he used to be an S tier channel, right now, since he has been like 2 years away left, I'm going to downvote him to B ranking just because he has left YouTube, and his tutorials are not going to be the best for you anymore. Some things are getting outdated, so yeah, that's the way it goes. Next on our list we have Clipper. Clipper, as we can see, has started his channel 2 to 3 years ago and has stopped making videos 1 year ago, so he was somewhat consistent and then left. His tutorials are okay in quality and he used to be okay in consistency, but through all of that, I don't think we can rank him any higher than B, and I'm going to rank him on C. I know that he, like everyone's trying his best, but yeah, since he has been gone for a huge while and his tutorials were not the very best, I guess there's no point in ranking him any higher than C right now. Next up in our list we have Coco Code. Coco Code is amazing. Let me just tell you this right away, because Coco Code, I've been watching them since their first video because I was looking for some playfab with Unity videos, and his quality is one of the best. I'm tempted to rank them on S tier, be the first S tier here, just because of this, but since they have dropped the ball in their consistency, and you're going to see this quite a lot, people drop the ball in their consistency a lot. He stopped making videos like 8 months ago, made one video 2 months ago, and then left again. And that's so sad because I used to love his tutorials. I can't rank him on S rank. I'm going to rank him on A rank as well with Blackthornprod and Bimo. But I really wish for them to pick up their consistency again, because they are easily our most undeserved, the most undeserved A tier right now. Next up we have Code Monkey. Code Monkey is like I think he's geared towards being the next Brackeys, because he's very consistent. Like has been around for like almost 5 years. I remember his first videos, but I mean he has grown so much and his quality has grown so much as well. He's one of those channels that I saw with my own eyes grow his quality by a lot of his delivery and his code quality and everything. And he's one of the best. He sincerely tries, and for that he's going to be our first S rank tier right now. If you want to learn Unity for this purpose, you can't go any wrong with Code Monkey. Code Monkey he's like the best here. So yeah, Code Monkey, there you have it. Next up we have DrowsyDevFox Dev. It's an amazing channel. You can see right from the get-go in their visuals, but it has been a lot of time since he has posted anything, and he only posted a few things. So usually I would rate this a C rank because it's very inconsistent, but since his content had such high quality, and this video, for example, on scriptable objects has been not one of the best that I've ever seen, I'm going to rank him on B ranking, just because if he had any better consistency at all, he would be easily on A ranking in this list here. Next up in our list, we have one that suffers from the same problem. GameGlitch is not the most pleasing to the eyes when you first look at it, but it's easily one of the best channels out there to teach you things. This video on rigid body versus transform and all kinds of 2D movement, I have bookmarked this video. No, it's one of my favorites because it taught me so much. It's beyond anything I've ever seen. But unfortunately, they have only published 3 videos, and those videos are almost 2 years old right now. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't rank them any higher than B ranking, although, again, like DrowsyFox, they deserve more, but I mean, they should upload more to get there. So for now, they are a B ranking channel. But you should check this video out, please. Check this video out, it's very amazing. Gamesplusjames is very much known for... Gamesplusjames is much more well known for his Udemy courses that are very good. His YouTube channel, you can see that it has been around for a lot of time, but you can see that for the most of time it wasn't about Unity tutorials, it was about some other things that he did himself. And nowadays, it has been months since I've seen a useful tutorial in their channel. It's mostly there to promote their own videos, their own courses. So the last time I saw something in tutorial sense from them over at YouTube was this Unity menu system, and ever since I haven't seen nothing. So I don't know, if you remember the beginning of the video, and since we are ranking mostly on usefulness, so even though he's a very big channel and his Udemy courses are nice, I'm going to rank him on C because honestly, you're not getting a lot of value in terms of Unity tutorials here. So yeah, I don't think you should be watching this channel for this. Next up we have Gregdevstuff, and Gregdevstuff has been around for a long time and has done a lot of tutorials. And what I like about him a lot is that he sticks to a series and doesn't abandon the series in the beginning or in the middle, for that matter. And he does that very well. You can see that right now he's doing this action RPG series, and he's on episode 6, and I know that he's going to be on episode 10, 12, 20 anytime soon. He's not the best in terms of visual quality of his stuff, but hey, that's not what we are here for. And in my book, consistency beats most things, because again, like I told you in the beginning, consistency is the hallmark of the professionals. So for this alone, I'm going to rank Gregdevstuff nice B ranking, because even though he's very consistent, he's still a small way to go in terms of quality to make his videos really pop, you know. So for now he's a B ranking, but perhaps in the next edition of this video he'll have reason to A ranking. Next up we have Hooson. I don't know if I pronounced this correctly. It's a very casual channel that has been around for almost 2 years, and the last video has been 5 months ago. It's very quick and useful in his information, and a little bit funny. It reminds me a little of Bimo, like I told you before, but every now and then he makes something very useful, like this video, like this complete game here, and this video is also being very useful for me in making rewarded ads. So I don't know, I really only wished, like you are seeing on many of those channels, that he was more consistent, because then I would be able to rank him on A ranking, but for now I'm going to rank him on B ranking because of this. Next up we have iHeartGamedev, and iHeartGamedev is hands down one of the best here. He's very small for his quality. He's like, these last 6 videos have been in unprecedented quality. I mean, just watch any one of those and you're going to see what I'm talking about. And this guy puts so much effort into his videos, and it gets so well done in the end that I can't help but rank them in S tier, because they have become so amazing, you know. And and you learn a lot with them. And the delivery is so fluid and so nice that you can't go any wrong with them. So for all that, he's going to be our second S tier here. He's amazing. He was one of the best. I can't say anything wrong about him. Next up, we have Infallible Code, and right from the get-go, it's one of the best in the entirety of YouTube when it comes to code quality. He teaches the most advanced stuff I have seen here in YouTube. He used to teach a lot, you know. He used to be, let us see, since then he's been teaching. He's been teaching us since 5 years ago. And however, the only problem here that I see is that ever since like half a year ago for now, he's been busy with his Udemy channel, his Udemy course. And I don't know, somehow his Udemy course didn't deliver to the expectations, and it has hurt him quite a bit. And I really wish we could see more of him, because he makes one of the best videos. And I'm torn here between ranking him on A ranking or B ranking. But I don't know, I wouldn't like for myself to be downvoted just because of one error, you know. Even though he has a lot of quality, it wouldn't be fair. So given this, I'm going to rank him on A ranking, because even though he has dropped the ball a little in terms of delivery, in terms of consistency of delivery, he's still one of the very best, and you should watch him to learn the very best practice when it comes to Unity code. Next up, we have Infogamer. He used to make a lot of videos. Again, was one of those guys. He has been here since 7 years ago. I mean, he's one of the oldest here. And he used to be very consistent, but, you know, like many others, he stopped delivering for a long time now. And since his quality wasn't the best and his delivery wasn't also the best, unfortunately, even though he delivered a lot for a long time, I don't think it's fair to rate him anything other than C ranking. And by the way, just to give you a heads up, I don't think I'm ranking anyone a D ranking here, because like I said before, nobody deserves it. For you to simply be out there delivering content, you have to have a lot of courage and goodwill to deliver content for free on YouTube. So nobody here deserves a D ranking, but for now I'm going to rate Infogamer a C ranking. Next up, we have Jake McNeal. He makes one of the very best in terms of delivery of Unity tutorials out there, but again, he suffers from lack of consistency, and I guess that's because he became a father. So I don't know what to rank him, because it's unfair to rank him lower for having become a father. I know it's hard, but well, let's rank him a B ranking for now, and if he can come back and deliver more, again, he's going to go back to A ranking very quickly. Next up, we have Kudo in Gamedev, and you can see very quickly that he almost makes no content regarding Unity tutorials. He's mostly, look what I've made, look what I delivered, look at this, look at that. It's mostly a self-promotional channel. So yeah, for that alone, and you can see that most of his contents are either devlogs or something that he made. Even though his channel is very nice in terms of quality, it has almost nothing to do in terms of teaching Unity. So for that, I'm going to rank him on tier C, even though his quality is very good, but it's not aimed towards teaching you Unity. Next up, we have Lootlocker, and in contrast to the last one, this one does a lot in terms of teaching you. If you don't know, Lootlocker is a new player on the scenario where there only was like PlayFab and others on the backend as a service system. It's very clean, very nice. Very clean, nice solution. So they are one of the best, and that they have only been around for 4 months over here at YouTube. And I really recommend for you to follow them, because you'll be drinking from the source in regards to this material, and you can't go any wrong in learning with them. So with that alone, and for the service they are delivering, I'm going to rank them on A ranking, because they deserve it, and I feel no regrets. Next up, we have MetaGameDev. Oh my god, that's myself. MetaGameDev has been delivering for almost 2 years now, and he had this gap of 1 year almost here when he started making Unity tutorials. He went off for almost 1 year, but then he came back only focusing on Unity, and you can see that he made this entire game in 11 minutes. He's teaching some unusual tutorials like Y sorting for URP and top-down movements without animation 3 3. So I'm biased because it's me, it's my channel, but I know that my delivery has been growing and is becoming better. I know that I have still a lot of ways to go in terms of delivery, but since I'm going to be way more consistent right now, and I have been way more consistent in the last few months, I'm going to rate myself. I know I'm biased, but I'm going to rate myself an A tier, and let's go from there. Let's see in the next edition of this video. Next up, we have NotSlot, and NotSlot's like 2.0 version of Gamedev, in the sense that they are what I want to become. Their delivery is much better than mine, and their consistency is on point as well. They have only been around for 2 years, but they still somewhat consistently deliver videos. You can see that they have had this gap here, and they are still in somewhat of a gap here right now, but they used to have those kinds of gaps, and that's okay because their quality makes up for it. So again, I'm going to rate them an A ranking without any regrets. And then we have PabloMakes. PabloMakes also makes very nice videos, very helpful, and his delivery is very nice as well. But again, has been on a leave for 6 months now, and it's a little bit hard to defend him. But again, since his contents are mostly geared towards tutorials, he's very useful for our purpose here, and his delivery is very funny and nice. So again, we have an A tier in hands here, A tier, and again, he deserves it. Up next, we have, I don't know how to pronounce it, PitiIT, and I love this guy. I have to tell you right from the get-go. He's very uplifting and upbeat, and he makes a lot of content very consistently. He has left his job just to make this channel, and has been one of the strongest in terms of consistency and quality. And he's so small, he's so underappreciated right now. He deserves like 100 more times the amount of subscribers he has now. So for all this, he's going to be probably our smallest channel to deserve an S tier here. And congratulations, PitiIT, you are the best. Next up, we have PixelBug. PixelBug is also a very nice channel here, very helpful and very thoughtful in his delivery, but has been absent in the last 5 months. I don't know what happened to him. I miss him, but since he has been absent and with no particular good reason, and you can see that even though he came back from 2 years ago to 1 year ago, I don't know. I'm going to rank him on B tier because I really believe he can become an A tier easily if he just re-increases his consistency again. Next up, we have PitiIT Games. And PitiIT Games has been teaching for a long time as well, has been here since 6 years ago. Again, you can see that he didn't start his channel with tutorials, but he pivoted like 2 years ago to tutorials, like 1 year and a half ago. Let's go back here. And he's been consistently teaching, but since he doesn't have anything going on for him in regards of quality. I mean, he's like just okay in quality, okay in delivery, okay in consistency. I'm going to rank him a B tier. Okay. Next up, we have Samyam. I don't know how to pronounce her name, and I have to tell you, I like her a lot because she makes very nice content. She made this endless runner 3D in Unity with the new input system and using Lootlocker that I mentioned like a few moments ago. And it was very well explained, just like the power of scriptable objects as middleman video has been as well. So she takes her time. She's not the most prolific creator out there, but when she does deliver, her quality is top-notch, and she's been doing this for a huge while now. Every now and then she makes a video that is not about tutorials, like Game Jam of the Century, get inspiration. But when she does deliver tutorials, they are top-notch, and for that reason, I'm going to rank her on S tier because she deserves it. Next up, we have Sebastian Graves. And he's very funny because, again, I found his channel years ago. I found his channel around this time here on how to create Dark Souls in Unity. And he's one of the top 3 here in this video in regards to consistency because he has been doing these Dark Souls series. You can see for yourself, he's been on like episode 100 and something. And he's very focused on these. The only downside from him is that if you're not looking for content of this type, type, you're, well, not going to find anything else here. But if you are, boy, you are in for a treat, because this guy is very consistent and very good in what he does. So for that reason, I'm going to rank him on A tier. He's very good, very nice. Next, we have Sid Makes Games. And Sid Makes Games used to make tutorials as well, but he stopped like more than 1 year ago, and before that 2 years ago. So he has been inconsistent since this time. He has been consistent for almost 2 years now, and since he hasn't delivered anything special, no offense, because again, everyone here is doing their best, but since he hasn't delivered anything special and has been a huge time since he was consistent, I'm going to rank him C rank. And yeah, hopefully if he can become more consistent, it's going to go up. Next up, we have Sunny Valley Studio, and Sunny Valley Studio is again one of the best, and in terms of both in terms of delivery and in terms of quality of code, quality of everything he does. The only drawback that I find his videos have is like that sometimes he's the type of guy to over engineer something. It's a double-edged thing, because on one hand you have this very robust code, on the other hand sometimes when you are more advanced you are going to look at his code and go, yeah, but come on, you're making way more than you need right now. But I mean, it's for you to judge if you want something like this or not. But like I said, he's one of the best, the very best here. But for this small thing, I'm going to rank him an A tier, not an S tier, because I don't know, he's almost an S tier, but I don't feel like it. Okay, he's an S tier. He's an S tier. I'm just being a little bit cranky unnecessarily. Next up, we have my favorite, my number one, my star, my sun and stars. We have Tarodev here. He does it all. He's very consistent. His delivery is over the top. His quality is the best. His everything. I'll stop here because I mean, he has everything, and you can see for yourself. Whenever any of his videos are perfect, they are like utopian videos. They are like the perfect videos you can imagine when it comes to teaching Unity. And everything he does is, well, almost everything. This video did no purpose here, but almost all of his videos are geared towards teaching you Unity. So for that reason, Tarodev is my number one, and I'm going to put him here at number one, easily S tier and the best in my eyes. Next up, we have Sykoo. Sykoo is one of the oldest in the game as well. He used to make some videos. I bought one of his coasters like years ago. I can't even remember which one right now. And he started it like 5 years ago, but you can see that he only started doing Unity tutorials like 4 or 5 years ago. And he did a lot of tutorials back then. And I liked him a lot. But for a long time now, he has fallen from grace and is doing these time lapses and environment design and talking very, very high level stuff. You know, he's not making beginner friendly tutorials anymore. So again, this ranking here is geared towards showing you the best channels to learn Unity. So this is not what he's here for anymore. So for that reason alone, I'm going to rank him in a B tier, even though he used to be on A tier easily. Tornadoally is also another channel that is okay on his delivery and teaches something unusual like Firebase and Unity. It's like another backend as a service solution, but again, Firebase is useful for way more than that in other frameworks. But again, he has been away for almost 1 year now and very few videos. I don't know, we don't have much on this guy, so C ranking, no problem. Next up, we have UnityToBrain, and it's a very curious channel because, well, as far as I can tell, I haven't seen any video from him where he speaks, but he makes eye-pleasing games that you very quickly learn how to make, and very quickly they are pleasing to the eyes, and they are somewhat hyper-casual games. You know, he makes these join kick games, these whole mechanics here that make, you know, bricks fall inside it, and he teaches you step by step, and he's very complete. So even though it's a little bit weird for the channel to not speak anything, since everything here is about Unity tutorials and he's very consistent about it, I'm going to rank him on A tier because he's consistent and consistently teaching on how to make eye-pleasing games and nice games. So yeah, he's one of the best here. Next up we have Vimlark, and Vimlark again is one of those channels where I told you in the beginning that would be very nice to watch if you want to watch something for entertainment value. But for learning Unity, you can see that none of his first 12 videos are a tutorial of any sort, and he hasn't done anything like this for a huge while now. So even though it's one of very best channels out there for entertainment value, it's not useful for learning Unity. So for that reason alone, unfortunately, it's at C ranking in this ranking here. But hey, don't forget checking him out for entertainment value. Next up we have Zigurous. Zigurous is a very peculiar channel because he delivers very few videos, but every single one of them are complete games. The only exception being these Mario Bros games. But again, this is only a 3-part series, and as far as I can tell, there is only going to be a 4th video. So that's not a 20-part series. And every single one of them are very well explained and go from beginning to end to having some classics redone. And he speaks very clearly. He's very good at what he does, very consistent. And for all these, I'm going to rank him on A tier as well. Actually, I'm going to rank him on S tier. And and yeah, he deserves it. I can see him growing way more than the size that he's right now. And if he keeps up doing this kind of videos, he can easily reach 100,000 subscribers with no problem. Finally, we have Zyger. Zyger is also a very funny creator and with a lot of useful tutorials. But every now and then she makes something, well, you know, that is just for fun purpose. And I mean, I like her a lot for that because she's very lighthearted. But when it comes to teaching Unity, even though her quality is very good, very nice, she's not that consistent when it comes to teaching, you know. So, but even still, she's one of the best out there, so she's on A ranking. And that's it, guys. I know that I've gone through like 36 channels here, and most of them were A tiers, but that's because before I subscribed to them, I also ignored a lot of channels before. But again, if I have forgotten one very nice channel that you know of, please comment below. And mostly, if you want to maximize your learning, you should follow every single one in the S tier. You can't go wrong with them. They are very helpful, very consistent, very good in their deliveries. And also, if you want to go a little bit further, you should follow the A tier as well, because they have something going on for them that either makes them a candidate for S tier or makes them very good in their own. Perhaps except for me. Perhaps I should be a B tier right now, but I'm aiming for A tier. But let's put us in B tier right now. B tier you should follow only if you want to maximize, you know, your sources of learning, but if you don't want to, you shouldn't bother following them right now. And C tier, unfortunately, are those that whether have fallen out of consistency for a huge while right now, or are good channels but don't teach Unity, or unfortunately don't have a very nice quality right now. But hey, my intention here is not to discriminate channels. I would really love to only have S tiers here, but that's not the way it is right now. If you found this video helpful, please let me know. Please like, comment, subscribe, because all these signal to YouTube that this is important to you. If you have watched it up until this point, that's also very nice, because that's probably my longest video so far. And if you like this type of content, or if you want more tutorials, of course, subscribe, because I intend on making a lot of new tutorials and in a consistent pacing. And that's it, guys. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.